Ah, bonjour. This is Mathieu, and as you know, we like to bake usually on the weekend. And today I have the pleasure to have my nieces coming to visit me. And their favorite cake is actually Tres leches. So I decided to teach them how to make one side mango and one side strawberry on our Tres leches. So I am going to introduce you to them right now, and we're not going to waste any time. Alright, so over here we're going to have...
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm Audrey.
And today we are going to learn how to make a tres leches. So, Audrey, please put the flour. So over here I'm going to have 1 cup of flour. And then we are going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. Set this aside. Alright, so now Kimmy, could you please take the egg yolk? So we're gonna have 5 egg yolk and put it in a bowl, as well as 3/4 cup of sugar. Then we're going to add our milk. So over here I have 1/3 cup of milk and 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, could you please reduce the speed to speed 1 now? Very good, and start to add your milk slowly. What you want to do is you want to gently mix it inside like that.
So, looks like this is a little clumpy, but...
Yeah, it actually, it's okay even if it's clumpy because it's going to create some air pockets inside the cake. Now we're going to put about 5 egg whites into the bowl and 1/4 cup of sugar. And for the temperature of the oven, you're going to make sure that the temperature is 350 Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake it for 30 minutes.
So when do you typically have to preheat the oven?
Usually you preheat it at the start before you even start baking. But I did not. We're gonna see if it's ready or not. So,
Oh, that's pretty much...
The way for you to know when it's ready is if you create something and it will stay the way it is, and if you flip it over it will not fall. That's whenever you see it's still glossy but it's stiff.
Really?
As you can see, if it stays straight, that means it's ready. And then once we're done, we're going to put it in the pan that I previously greased with some sort of oil. Or if you don't have any spray, you can actually take some butter that you would just rub around. So this is what we want to have. It's kind of like airy, which is perfect. And go for it. You can actually put it in.
So, can you make this without a mixer?
So yes, actually you could make it without a mixer. If you have an electric mixer, which is different than the KitchenAid, you could use a electric mixer. But if you want to do it by hand, you could as well do it by hand, but it will take more time. It's a bit harder. You're gonna have the whisk. Yeah, exactly right. But that should be good about now.
Sometimes when I have these types of recipes, what I like to do is I take the mixer and just kind of do that to imitate the mixer because it's the same and no hands are like being restrained.
Alright, so what you want to do is you kind of want to flatten it a little bit. Alright, so the Très, leches goes in the oven for 30 minutes at 350. Alright guys, so this is the time when we're going to work on our Très, leches. What is going to make our cake? So we're going to use 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of condensed milk, and over here I have a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. So for the cake, we're not going to use the whole thing because it's quite a lot, unless you really want it very extra moist, I want to say. But usually you want to leave inside just a bit, roughly about 1/2 cup left that you will not be using, but all the rest will go into the cake. Alright guys, so 30 minutes have now passed and I just want to show you what the cake looks like. So nice and golden brown, and if you see, you kind of touch gently on the top, it's gonna bounce back. It shows you that it's ready. So you're gonna see that your cake will actually be deflating, which is completely normal. So as it comes out of the oven, the temperature will of course lower and you're gonna see the cake shrink a little bit, but not too much. And then we're gonna let it cool off for another 20 minutes. In the meanwhile, we are going to cut our mangoes and our strawberries into small chunks, about roughly like this for the mangoes. For the strawberry, just nice slices, and it should be good to go. So we'll come back in about 15 minutes and we'll show you what we are going to do right after. See you soon, guys.
What kinds of other Très, leches flavors have you done?
So far, I have done mangoes, I've done strawberries. I've tried to incorporate strawberry, blueberry, and raspberries into our Très, leches. So again, as I mentioned earlier, you want to have the mango cut about roughly that size, a bite size.
I wanted to share like this one great advice about what you said, and I make for myself, is when you put it inside the oven, how long do you open it?
So basically, maybe people may know or not know this, but it's something that I learned throughout the years of experience. But whenever you are baking anything basically that is longer than 20 minutes, I want to say, do not open the oven door before your first 20 minutes, because otherwise whatever you're baking may most likely start deflating and it's not going to be the same result as if you would not open the door. Because you want to keep the temperature as high as you can during the whole process. After 20 minutes, the shape of the cake or cupcake, or depending on what you're making, will be already shaped enough and will hold on. So even if you open the door, it will be fine. But for the first time, do not.
I take that advice to heart, literally.
Okay, so you can poke. Let me just show you very quickly. Everywhere like this. So
No spaces left
not too much space, in between, kind of like this, just because we want to make sure that the milk goes everywhere. If you look at the side of it at the moment, you're gonna see some liquid that is actually even on the side of the cake. So that's completely fine. Everything is going to get absorbed. So let's just wait for just a few minutes and it's gonna be all ready to put on the fruits right on top. So if you want, you can already start. So technically, for Très, leches, most of the cake that you would see out there is no fruit in the middle. It's just cake with the tres leches, one maraschino cherry on the top, of course some whipped cream. But for me, I love to add the fruit. It just brings up more flavor to it. The cake itself is really awesome because it's very moist, it's full of flavor, and now with the fruit it adds some freshness to it. So it's definitely something we all enjoy to eat.
Are there any other toppings other than fruits you could add?
Technically, we're gonna make it coffee. Just make it with the coffee, add some coffee flavor to your milk instead of vanilla whenever you're doing it, like just a couple espresso shots. If you wanna have chocolate, same thing, you could do it also as well. I have never tried yet, but I wanted to try maybe an ube with coconut tres leches. It would be the same thing, add some ube extract to the tres leches, to the milk basically. And if you have some coconut shaving, just toss them a little bit in the pan or in the oven. And once it turns a little bit brown, it's ready to put on top of the whipped cream. I think it would add a very nice flavor to it. Okay, so about like this. And then we're gonna make our whipped cream. Alright guys, so this is the final part of our tres leches. Thank you very much for being patient. So we're gonna make our whipped cream, so you're gonna need some heavy whipping cream. We're gonna use 2 cups, which is about 16 ounces. And we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of sugar and just a dash of vanilla to give a flavor to the whipped cream. So could you please go for it? What you could do is you can kind of go gradually. You don't want to go too much in one time. If you want, when you're doing this, you can gradually also add the sugar.
I got this for Uncle. Like Christmas years ago?
Yes.
It's already bent. Oh, it's Christmas. Here you go.
Beautiful. And so now you're going to leave it like this until it becomes thicker. So you're going to see in just a matter of a minute or two it will become thicker. You're going to start going lower speed on its own because the whipped cream is thicker, so the blade will not go as fast anymore. Usually the process of making whipped cream will take you roughly 5 minutes or so.
I think for making the cream, kind of advice to actually use a mixer because this is going to be hell on your hands.
Yes, I actually have done it in the past, and trust me that it's very hard to make the whipped cream by hand. I actually find a trick when I was making it that going round and round doesn't work. You gotta go side to side whenever you make the whipped cream. Turn the ball and go side to side. So as you can see, now it's time when it's done.
Easy.
Lift it up, shake it up.
Kind of like cottage cheese.
Alright.
Amazing.
Very cool.
Okay, so now you can actually, the way I would recommend it is you take a couple of blocks and then you're gonna put, but keep some in the bowl. Smooth it out. So whenever you smooth it out, there is one thing that you want to do. May I show you very quickly?
Of course.
Okay, so let me take a little bit more. Once you want to smooth out the whipped cream, you gotta go kind of like very slow and gentle because otherwise the fruits are going to stick to your spoon like this. Alright everybody, so this is the final result and we will be showing you this once we are having a slice in our own plate. Alright guys, so very exciting. We are just about to eat now. So this is what it looks like. Are you guys excited about your piece of cake?
Yes,
Yes.
of
For
course.
so long.
Alright.
How long did this stay in the fridge?
Oh, this could be lasting on the fridge for easy 3 days while it's still nice and fresh. After 3 days, you may want to hurry up a little bit. Otherwise, just call me and I come over.
Very good.
But let's try it and let's see what we think about.
Perfect.
Mango, delicious. Just as usual, nice and moist.
Nice. This is the spot, guys. Like, if you didn't even just put the cream, the bread itself just tastes really good. Oh, I got a little mango on it.
Delicious. Well, you guys have to make it and try it for the next time. But enjoy and thank you very much. Mahalo and au revoir.